Let's get to the video. Hey guys, it is Galaxy Productions here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Attack on Titan, Attack on Titan. There's not really Attack on Titan Junior High in this separate video. Fun. So, I'm just going to be going over the basics. I'm kind of going to be skidding over the storyline and kind of finding the flaws in it. So, let's see. The first thing I remember thinking that was a flaw about Attack on Titan, and it was probably like halfway through the series of the anime because I have not read the manga, and I noticed there are these walls that are like, how many meters high? 50, 40, 50, 30? I think it's 40 meters high. Yeah, I think that's what Aaron said, or Armin said in the first episode. It's 40 meters, that wall's 40 meters high. Yeah, something like that. And how would they build that with the bloodthirsty titans coming after them? I have not looked any theories up for this. I've tried, but whenever I go, it's just like Google questions, because they just were blessed by the goddesses. And it's kind of, or Yahoo. But it's like, how? There doesn't seem to be anything religious or anything. Well, there are religions in here, but I don't think it has anything to do with gods or goddesses. Because if you look at it, the most magical thing in Attack on Titan is the giant naked titans. Yes, the titans that have no reproductive organs, which I know it's probably because aren't they made of sunlight? Doesn't sunlight create them? Or did I just read that? I don't know where I read that. But practically, I kind of see the walls. I could see if it was like small walls around villages, individual villages, but having it around a whole area like that and having it not be knocked down, it kind of seems fishy. Another thing I found was Mikasa. I know you guys are all going to bash me. Mikasa's fine. She's not a Mary Sue. Mary Sue's like the perfect form of a character. I feel like Mikasa kind of had like that troubled life that everybody in stories is so common. Because if you think about it, it's a very good story, and I'm not bashing the creator, but Mikasa lived with her parents, or when she was like 5, 10. Her parents get killed, her father gets killed, her mother was going to be sold for people in the city, and then she protects her daughter, gets killed, daughter goes without any hesitation, then Eren and Mikasa, age 5 or 10, kill 3 people. Yeah, it's in self-defense, but 3 people at that young. I don't think that's possible, especially because they were like actually thugs. Then, when they get older, Mikasa has a crush on the main protagonist, Eren. Mikasa is just perfect at everything. As they said in the training video, Mikasa Ackerman, she is the best at everything, blah, 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 blah. And Mikasa is kind of a character that I love, and I feel like if I was Mikasa, I would literally love it. But to think that Mikasa is just so close to a Mary Sue, I don't know if the author put it in there for purposes, like saying everyone isn't perfect, but in this story it's possible, or I don't know what he was thinking, but going off of that, some things I think are very good about the anime/manga. The storyline is just almost perfect. There are some flaws, but I feel like it's much more original. I've gone on Crunchyroll, and I can probably find about 10 Sailor Moon ripoffs. Like, literal. There was one where a girl came out of a peach, and she had, like, giant boobies, and I'm kind of confused about that. And she's, like, it's like a Sailor Moon ripoff, and my friend's just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm like, have you not noticed how close this is to Sailor Moon? And she's just like, it doesn't matter. That could be called plagiarism. If they literally take the character's idea, or take the author's ideas, and just change the characters by saying, oh, this now they're all guys, or now they're all females with big boobs, and then they just change the storyline, it really is not a good idea, guys. And it's like, I could find so many ripoffs, but Attack on Titan was just kind of this one-off thing that we found, that I actually found via friends, but most people probably found it via internet. And I found it, and it was just consecutive. It was just new thing after new thing after new thing. The plot twist with Eren's father, the plot twist with Annie being the female Titan. It kind of all just. And I'm one of those people that you'll just see sitting there, and you'll put on an anime that's even relatively like another. So say you put on a free ripoff, or one that isn't made by the same people, like literally it's just 4 people that want to start a basketball club, and they do practically the same things that Haru and his group do, then I'm going to call you out on it. I'm sorry, I'm one of those otakus, but no, just no ripoffs. Don't ask why I have this in my hand. I use it because I fiddle when I talk. But yeah, I kind of feel like the Attack on Titan fandom has such a good story and uniqueness to it. Most of the characters are very well made. Eren's always angry, but he can be kind. He can show compassion. The episode where Armin was about to get eaten, I almost cried. I'm so sorry that I had to intervene here, but I literally almost cried, because Armin is literally me. He is my bias. I don't care. He is the best for me. If I had to have one character sitting right here next to me doing this channel, I wouldn't choose John, I wouldn't choose Mikasa, I wouldn't choose Eren, I wouldn't choose Levi. Most fangirls are going to be killing me at the moment. But I would choose Armin, and maybe Marco. I really, really, really miss Marco. Marco. Back on track. I just spent like a minute ranting about this. But I say that Attack on Titan has a lot of good points, but the small things that I would tweak are things that aren't commonly noticed, like how Mikasa is very close to having a very Mary Sue-ish like storyline, or how they need to put more backstory into it. I know they have the backstory with the whole. Actually, where's the most back scene? Probably in Mikasa's back scene, or backstory. Back scene. Why have I been saying back scene? I think of vaccine for some reason. But her backstory is probably one of the longest clips in there. And if you think about it, you don't really know much about Armin except for that his parents went outside the walls and were killed. And then his grandfather was sent off to war. That's really all you know about Armin's past. And he was bullied, but you saw that in the first episode. Ooh, bird. Sorry, a bird just came flying through my window. Or not flying through, he flew by my window. But yeah, I would say overall, Attack on Titan is a must-watch if you want to find something that's unique, that's very energetic. At some parts I had to just stop and walk away from my computer because I am not one that can deal with awkward situations or dramatic situations. I can't do it for some reason, but I am a total fan of this, probably my favorite anime so far. And yeah, my least favorite thing about it is probably the issue with Mikasa at the moment. Some parts of the fandom I don't like. I love practically all of you, but the one thing that I can't stand are the people that don't tag their manga spoilers. They'll say spoilers, and they won't say if it's for the manga or the anime. I've managed to get rid of most of the spoilers. I only know 2 things, not gonna say them. Don't freak out. But yeah, guys, that was all I had to say on Attack on Titan. I may do another video in the future just kind of re-going over Attack on Titan. Maybe I'll go over Attack on Titan Season 2, coming out this year. Look out for it. Either summer anime season or fall anime season. And I will see you in the next video, because the sun is setting. If you haven't noticed, my lighting has changed dramatically. So, bye-bye.